Russell, man, 122-pounder, 10-5, man. Watch the good Philly sports TV, bro.
Goodfellas. All right, it's Gary Russell Jr. on Upstate Alert this weekend from against Mark Max. So let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Gary Russell says that he's injured, but he says he's not going to talk about it until after the fighter specified an injury, and that's smart because once you specify, he shouldn't even said nothing. Once you specify an injury, your opponent is going to attack it. But now he know he got an injury. Now Maxo game plan might change. PBC might say, hey, man, Gary Russell got a bad ankle or whatever. Or you might just figure it out during the fight. Say, oh, you notice he ain't throwing the left, or, you notice he ain't, he ain't doing what he usually do, or he plotting more. You figure it out. So he really shouldn't have said nothing. But that just sound like a pre-made excuse. So, so he can say, I told you I was injured. That's why I lost. And everybody want him to lose. His fan, boxing PBC fans want him to lose. You know what I'm saying? PBC want him to lose. The WBC want him to lose. Everybody wants Gary Russell to lose. Everybody want him to lose. Everybody want him to lose, bro. And now that's something that he gonna have to deny. He got basically it's him against everybody. People said, well, somebody tell me, well, he don't want to fight. And what's actually happened, I think somebody said it. Maxwell said it, or somebody else said what's actually happened is that he, it's not that he don't want to fight. It's just to the point where it's to the point that they don't want to give him the money for the fights. So he want a certain amount of money to fight. And he only fight when he wants his mandatory. So it's another one on PB allegedly. It's another one of those PBC fighters that don't want to fight. It's another one of PBC fighters who don't want to get in there and fight because the money ain't what they think they deserve. So that's why he tend to fight every mandatory. And they say, well, we give you this, we'll give you that. So like I said before, man, so that's kind of how it was explained to me that he asked for so much money to fight, and they be like, no. He just wait for his mandatory, so his price too high. And then he didn't probably made so much money from messing with Al that he be like, man, I just figured that I don't even gotta move. You know what I'm saying? He probably like, man, I ain't moving for the less than list. I take this once a year. So, but that's pretty much why they say he losing. He don't want to cut his price. And Al won't let him leave, despite what he said. He said, me and Al have a work relationship. Man, I don't believe what these fighters be saying, bro. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. That's just my opinion. But here you go right here. It says that Gary Russell, I have a little slight injury. Won't elaborate until after the Magsayo fight, which is Sunday. We go through the card real quick. It says add an injury issue to Gary Russell's list of concerns entering the fight against Mark Magsayo. He says long reigning WBC featherweight champion revealed during appearance Wednesday on the Zone Boxing show that he is suffering from a slight injury that he declined to disclose. Smart. Not smart saying he got an injury. Russell will end almost a 2-year layoff on Saturday night. Already has dealt with the foot amputation that has prevented his father, who is his longtime trainer, properly help him prepare for this fight. Russell revealed last week that he is essentially training himself for his mandated defense versus the Philippines Magsayo on Saturday night in Atlantic City, New Jersey. His injury revelation was somewhat surprising because boxers typically don't divulge such information in the days leading up to the fight. That's what I pretty much said. Yep. Quote, I never go into any fight 100%, but to be honest with you, Russ said, quote, I do have a little slight injury, but I prefer not to elaborate on it after the fight. We're going to get through this fight we're still going to make things shake, and then we'll go ahead and put it out there after it's all said and done. The odds favoring Gary Russell dropped 3-1 on Wednesday, according to Caesars Sportsbook. I mean, money coming in on Maxo because he's an underdog. Might even go even more towards Maxo because not an injury. Russell 33 will make his sixth defensive WC belt. He won by knocking out Mexico's Johnny Gonzalez in the fourth round in the March 2015 bout at the Palms Casino Resort in Las Vegas. Maxwell earned the title shot, we all know, by viciously knocking out Seja, who was on a long layoff. Yep. So also, Sabrina Matias is on the card. Good fighter versus Petro Ayanas and Armenia Ananas. Tug Barnambar coming off 2 losses when Conor Nibius, somebody 25. So, I mean, watch Matias on the card is good. So, yep. So he's saying, y'all here letting y'all know that, if I lose, I got an injury. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. If I lose, my neck, my back, my neck and my back. So, right in there, he letting y'all know he got injuries. And, like he said, he trained himself. So he should put his little brother in the corner, and I think he will. But an extra set of eyes won't hurt. Well, like I said, it sounds like he might be ready to retire, bro. Honestly, sound like he might be ready to retire, and could be wrong, but frustrating. Him and Crawford going through the same thing. Even they don't like each other, but they going through the same exact thing. Going through the same thing, bro. And he on that side of the street, but we'll see if he get through it. But I know for a fact, a lot of people don't want him with that belt no more. And then still don't get the Leo Santa Cruz fight, even though Leo did wish him bail. He said he going through with his father's sickness because he went through his father having cancer. So they all went through it. So I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. But let me show y'all the odds. Let's see if we can pull up the odds. Pull up the odds. So right now, Gary Russell is a negative 430. I mean, you got to bet $430 to win 100. If you bet on Max, so $100 get you $300 on Max this weekend. So it's the bets. You go look. They got method of victory. Russell is expected to win on points. He's not expected to KO. So if you think Gary Russell gonna KO him, 100 get you $310. So if you think Max gonna win on points or decision, 100 get you $750. If you think Maxo win by KO, give you $500. So they favor Maxo to get a KO and Gary Russell to win on points. And $2,000 get you $100 get you $2,000 if it's a draw. So run over real quick. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you business question, inquiry, sponsor, video request, best way to donate, comment, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase chance notifications. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know.